An Indian Pilgrim, Chapter 3, Before My Time. It requires a great deal of imagination now to picture the transformation that Indian society underwent as a result of political power passing into the hands of the British since the latter half of the 18th century. Yet an understanding of it is essential if we are to view in their proper perspective the kaleidoscopic changes that are going on in India today. Since Bengal was the first province to come under British rule, the resulting changes were more quickly visible there than elsewhere. With the overthrow of the indigenous government, the feudal aristocracy, which was bound up with it, naturally lost its importance. Its place was taken by another set of men. The Britishers had come into the country for purposes of trade and later on found themselves called upon to rule. But it was not possible for a handful of them to carry on their trade or administration without active cooperation of at least a section of the people. At this juncture, those who fell in line with the new political order and had sufficient ability and initiative to make the most of the new situation came to the fore as the aristocracy of the new age. It is generally thought that for a long time under British rule, Muslims did not play an important role, and several theories have been advanced to account for this. It is urged, for instance, that since in provinces like Bengal, the rulers who were overthrown by British were Muslims by religion, the Muslim community maintained for a long time an attitude of sullen animosity and non-cooperation towards new rulers, their culture and their administration. On the other hand, it is said that prior to the establishment of British rule in India, the Muslim aristocracy had already grown thoroughly effete and worn out, and that Islam did not at first take kindly to modern science and civilization. Consequently, it was but natural that under British rule the Muslims should suffer from a serious handicap and go under for the time being. I am inclined, however, to think that in proportion to their numbers and considering India as a whole, the Muslims have never ceased to play an important role in the public life of the country, whether before or under British rule, and that the distinction between Hindu and Muslim, of which we hear so much nowadays, is largely an artificial creation, a kind of Catholic Protestant controversy in Ireland, in which our present day rulers have had a hand. History will bear me out when I say that it is a misnomer to talk of Muslims rule when describing the political order in India prior to the advent of the British. Whether we talk of the Mughal emperors at Delhi or of Muslim king of Bengal, we shall find that if either case administration was run by Hindu and Muslims together, many of the prominent cabinet ministers and generals being Hindu. Further, the consolidation of Mughal empire in India was effected with the help of a Hindu commander-in-chief. The commander-in-chief of Nawab Sirajuddaula, whom the British fought at Plassey in 1757 and defeated, was a Hindu, and the rebellion of 1857 against the British, in which Hindus and Muslims were found side by side, was fought under the flag of a Muslims, Bahadur Shah. Be that it may, it is fact so far as Bengal is concerned, whatever the causes may be, most of prominent personalities that arose soon after the British conquest were Hindu.